Hey folks. Alright. I threw up a vid here, like, whatever, today. And I had somebody like, please do a... Benni L from Norway said, not just somebody, Benny, you're not just somebody to me. Asked if if I could do another farm video, soon. So, tell you what, this one's for you, Benny. Just a real quick one. It's looking good. It's looking good. I mean, I don't think I'll do like a super long one right now, but I mean, the potato buckets are coming along. I mean, I planted those not too long ago. They're broke on the surface. The Brussels, are spreading out. They're looking healthy. Like that one there is almost Willie Coleman quality. I mean, it's not there yet. Broccoli's looking delish, right? I don't know. It's looking good. It's looking good. I haven't had an enormous amount of pest pressure. There has been some. We've had 2 small hails, smaller than the hail that was at my house out here this year. We didn't have any when the hail hit my house. Look at that, eh? The chard. Hold on a second. I'm gonna turn you upside down. Oh, it looks so good. Okay, I'm gonna stand on the other side. But again, the broccolis are all like, how much bigger is that in a very, very short period of time? That's absolutely nuts. I think these were the pathetic collies. Some of them that managed to make it through the storm, and then the other ones I transplanted. The kale's looking good. I am thinking that I will have a meager selection that I can go to market with in 3 weeks. I've got my radishes that will be ready in 3 weeks. I should be able to have a fair bit of kale. I should be able to have a bit of Swiss chard. I should be able to have some parsley. I should be able to have some herbs. I've already done a couple harvests of the chamomile, and then I'll have some plants that I can sell too. So anyway, those are looking good. Red cabbages, some are looking absolutely fantastic. Others, I'll be harvesting those a little later. The white cabbages are doing okay. This was going to be for my lavender, and I'm still considering purchasing some. If not, I got a whole bunch of starts going in the greenhouse, so I will. Look at all the basil. Hop along was right. Oh, Brian from Allotment Life. Look at him. Look at him all roaring back. So that's super nice. I might dig some up and spread them out a little bit better. But the chamomile has been meal, however you say, wherever you're from, has been just going bonkers. 2 harvests off this, dehydrated, and I have a quart jar stuffed. And I mean, that thing is packed. I'm starting to powder them because I'm pushing them in so hard. The parsley is really coming in. The spinach, I'm just trying to think. Oh, I should let the shadow king. Okay, so the spinach over here, as you folks can clearly tell, is looking fantastic. It's also looking harvested, and it's looking like it's going to go to seed fairly soon. But it does take a while for this to grow up enough. You're talking about, here, and it starts forming seed heads, and I mean, it's just not really, I'll rip it out at that point, and I'll have something else ready to go in this bed. But we have harvested. Oh, the harvest yesterday was 10 pounds. So I think that's putting me somewhere in I'll have to check my numbers at home. It's like 42, 43 pounds worth of spinach that I've harvested off this bed. And it's been selling for $10 a pound. So this bed's, I guess not just looking to do this sort of as an allotment, I want to feed my family thing, and I do, but I'd like to be able to make money. Like, it's really nice to know, it's going to be really nice to know, what can that space produce? What can that 30 feet by 45 feet produce? So if in, one growing of that before it's heading out the door, I'm yanking it and putting something else in, like that's $500 worth of produce. Because I can do that in the spring and I can do that in the fall, right? So if I slap in a lettuce crop in here, or successional something in there when this is done, it's exciting. I got to get these numbers going on in my head. Anyway, radishes are finally coming up. This is the loose leaf lettuce. So it's going to look an awful lot like that. And when it's about that high, basically cut and come again. I'm cutting it. And I hope it comes again. This bed here was a Kirschmausel. So I had originally seeded it with, I guess, arugula. And it didn't, no, you know what? Maybe I originally seeded it with radishes. And it didn't take, or I thought it was too dry, there was no rain, they didn't, radishes don't take like a month and something to come up. Well, these ones, yeah. Anyways, so, I don't even know what to say, but that's an awful lot. I think some of it is arugula and some of it's radishes. It's funny, man. I've learned a lot this year as far as some of the mistakes that I have been making, but I have no clue how that seeder works, and I still don't. I mean, it might look like I do, but I don't. This bed here, I just finished hand weeding. Oh, I don't know if you guys noticed I had friends come through, and they went that way. Deer in the area, which was really, not a thing. Not a piece of lettuce with a chew mark on it. They didn't touch the parsley. Nothing over there. They 4 deer just whatever decided to walk through. So this is one of the carrot beds, and as you can see, they're coming up. I went through and hand weeded this today, and I'm getting pretty good at spotting what is a weed and what's a carrot. But I'm really excited about that. These took longer than what I thought. I'm going to get the irrigation on them. Here's another one of those kind of screw-up beds. I planted this with carrots, again, like a month ago. I didn't think anything was happening. That's a weed. But those are carrots right there. That's another weed. So, I went ahead and hand-planted beets. And as you can see, I have beets coming up. Won't I have carrots coming up? So I don't really know what to do with that. I mean, I'm gonna let it buck, see how it goes. Stuff grows, sort of close to each other and competing all the time. So, whatever. We'll see how it goes. But I mean, I think I learned a lesson on keeping soil moist when seeding. Here's another bed of carrots. I did these by hand as well. These were pelleted, so I basically just, dug furrows or trenches or whatever you call it, and I figured if it's really, really necessary, I can thin them out. I know my father-in-law never does, but he doesn't really garden. He's more of a farmer, but I guess that's kind of what I'm trying to do, both. Some more of the broccolis. I went through with the hoe and weeded those. My lettuce has just exploded. That is, man, what, 10 times the size that it was when I planted those little plugs? Man, it's looking so good. It's got a little dirt on it because, like I say, I came through with the hoe. I got up to here, so I've got these last 4 rows to do. That's tomorrow. Weeding's so fun. You can't just do it all in one day. What are you going to do for the rest of the week? But Selanova lettuce is looking pretty darn nice. Oh, man, I've been weeding all day. I just can't look at them and not pull them. This is another batch of, this was the last of my cabbages. So I figured, what the heck, I'll put them in there. Here you go. Here's for all my UK friends that you can start hitting the ground, slapping your side. Those are my onions. And I gotta be honest, those are about 40 times thicker than when William was visiting me a month ago. So whatever, we'll see how they do. We have very, very short seasons, so next year I believe I will be starting these earlier and do them a little bit different for volume. And those are my leeks. And again, if you look at something like that, that to me is an awesome looking leek. Now, I'm not from the UK, the land of the gardening. They don't even plant them out. Brian from Hopalong, from A Lot of My Life, he won't even plant them out until they're pencil thick. pencil thick. I'm like, are those ready to harvest? Anyway, look at the deer. Thanks a lot, buddy. Squash is doing good. It doesn't seem like anybody's unhappy. I mean, there's a couple that, you know, I don't know whether it was a little bit of some of that light hail that we have had out here, but I mean, for the most part, again, summer squash in the middle of each bale, and then a winter squash on each other side, and the winters will be squirreling off this way. And tomorrow is whippersnipping day, so I'm gonna keep this going on. Yeah, I mean, that's either zucchini or a patty pan. I alternated them, and then I think I told you what else I have. I got the butternut and the uchiki squash there. So those are all looking good. Check out my hilarious water station. I was next to positive that thing was level when I put it up, but I didn't realize that the ass end of it was, you know, it's got plumber's butt, right? Like part of it's hanging, you know, it's not how it's supposed to. So anyway, the next time that thing's empty, I'm gonna have to readjust and beef that up with a few more 4x4s in there. I'm just about to test out my system. That'll be a different video, but this stuff needs to be moist before I go to bed happy. Quick look in the greenhouse. Aha! Look up. Look at it, isn't it beautiful? Oh, there's fruit set on almost all the sweet millions now. I was counting the other day because Patty does like a 12 branch rule. Go from the top down, count to 12, anything under that, rip them off. I have been pruning these just because some of the bottom ones just didn't look great, you know, from some of the colder temperatures and that. But yeah, I'm at 12 now, so I mean it's gonna be pruning time here very, very soon. But I mean, I've been coming by doing the old CB, spanking my tomatoes, pollinate them. I think things are looking pretty good. This is something that what else did I do? I'll show you something. The lettuce back here, I had a couple people saying that the lettuce wasn't going to do so hot in a greenhouse. Keep in mind, this is Canada. I mean, these things are going to be harvested. These things are going to be harvested right in the middle of summer, eh? So, you know, they got some cold yet to grow. Here's what I was doing with any suckers that I found that were like, oh man, I totally missed that one on the last time that I was doing suckers. You know what I mean? Like good size suckers. Ah! Oh. Moment for the fallen. What is this, Hunger Games? What I've been doing with the suckers is just ramming them in the ground. Fairly unceremoniously, to be honest. I've got some jugs of water in the other greenhouse there that I also have suckers in. I had a couple of them start roots. I've got those potted up, but with the amount of tomatoes that I have, I guess I was just really curious. Like I mean, when I picked a decent sucker, I put my finger in the ground, I rammed that in there, and I put it in, and it gets watered when everything else gets watered, or it doesn't. So we'll see what lives. We'll see what lives. Tomatoes are hardier than what most people think. These are the better boys. They have all got nice, beautiful flowers on them and crazy thick stems. They are looking really, really good, but I need to get through here and sucker and clip up again by the looks of things. But you know, the fact that these things are growing like weeds is nice. Like, this is crazy. So first set of fruit, oh, duh. Okay, the next fruiting branch already setting. Third one there. I mean, like, there's going to be 7 or 8 or 9 of those before this thing reaches the top and I get to drop that string. So I'm really, really excited about these sweet millions. Let's take a quick peek in the seedling house and then whatever, we're done. This isn't a quick video. Why does any gardener say I'm just going to do something quick? Why? It's ridiculous. Okay, so I still haven't got the purple oric out, but the big ones, I trimmed them the other day because I plan on taking these to market in 3 weeks. So I'm really curious to see how much the side shoots. Just think of a basil, right? Like if you top a basil, and you know, it sends up. Now it's got 2 main stalks, right? Got more spring onions going on because I was behind the ball on that. Salanova lettuce, so I've got another full row of Salanova lettuce there. Oh, and Patty got me going on lettuce bowls. The lattice bowls. So check this out. I got, what did I get? I went down to the store and I found a decent deal on these, so I picked up 15 of them. Right, and then I just sprinkled the same premium mix loose leaf lettuce that I use out in the rows that I showed you was coming up, right? And I just sprinkled them all over here, and that was, goodness sakes, that was not very many days ago. So I'm pretty pumped about this. So in 3 weeks when I go to the market, I mean, those should be, right? That should be looking like a nice little, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Looking mean and green. What did I do? Rosemary I potted up. Thyme I divided and potted up. And then I've got a whole bunch of stuff. I've got lettuce on the go. I've got dill. I've got more basil. I've got more parsley. That's the curly parsley there. I've got more cilantro on the go. I'm running out of larger pots. So these are my San Marzanos that have not yet been potted up. So I'd like you to take a look at the difference between potting up a plant, okay, and not potting up a plant. They're the exact same kind. They were all sown in these, but I potted these up and I ran out of stuff to move these in. Which looks healthier? What are you thinking? Plants like a little bit of root. So, anywho's, I've got sort of a second sowing of zucchinis and scallopini patty pans, because I honestly cannot get enough patty pans. That's some more lettuce right there. And then these here, yeah, I've I was gonna say I don't know if it helps or what, but I finally had to start up a Facebook page. I've avoided it like my entire life. Like, what is it? What does that do? Really? I'm all right. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes I'm that one salmon that just swims downstream. You know, like they're all going up, and I'm like, nah, I don't wanna. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but. So anyway, I had to set up my personal thing doodad to get my farm, like a farm site or a business site or whatever. It's called Thistle Hill Farms, and I'll put a little, you know, whatever, a doot, and then I think I can add it down in the description box. But yeah, I don't know. I was saying something about, I don't know anything. I've really avoided Facebook. I mean, I got to learn how to post ads and stuff so that I can throw these up for sale on there, because I do have quite a few of them here, and. So if any of you guys want to follow me on that, or just go over and like the page, or do something, or do like whatever. I'm sorry, I don't know what you have to do. I had a couple of buddies that sort of, you know, whatever, they set it on their Facebook page, and then, you know, I've had a bunch of people coming over, and I don't have anything on it, so please, I'm not sending you over to an art gallery or anything, but I don't know. Anyway, Sweet Millions that I potted up, and I bent the stems around because they were like, they're a tall plant. Just unbelievable. Like they're doing so good. I need to get these things sold, or I need to get them in the ground. I don't have any more ground. I know that sounds weird, but anyway, I think that is just about it. Farm update. Everything's watered. I showed you the seedlings. I showed you the fields. Talked about my little Facebooky doodad thing. Whatever that's all about. So anyway, again, if you stuck with me for a long ramble and a winding walk through the little farm, then that's fantastic. Thanks so much. I totally appreciate it. If you enjoy this type of content, good. Give it a thumbs up. I enjoy it too. If you don't, sorry. What are you hanging out on a gardening channel for? Have a great day, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.